Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. The sun is out for a change, so let's start with something positive, shall we? I guess by now you all saw Prince William and David Beckham visiting RAF Norholt to look at and welcome the two new air ambulances. I've no idea why William invited David along. Not that it bothered me at all. I rather like David Beckham. I was not too fond of his wife, but I saw an interview with her a while ago and she came across a little different from what I expected. So, quite honestly, after that, I was rather neutral about dear Victoria. Anyway, guys, maybe William is trying to cover all bases and blend royalty with a little celebrity, or maybe David was just interested and asked to come along. Regardless, there were lovely pictures taken, and it is good to see people smiling and to have some positivity. Even nicer was to see William and Catherine attending an event together. What a lovely surprise! William and Catherine met with Liz Hatton, a girl with cancer. William and Catherine met with Liz and her family, and Liz is 16 years old and battling a rare tumor. She has a passion for photography, so William asked her to take the photographs of the investiture session after their meeting. What a lovely gesture, especially seeing that Catherine is still fighting to stay cancer-free herself. Okay, now today I'm again going to talk about something you may not like or agree with. But it is my opinion and feelings, and this channel was built for exactly that, to share my opinion on something we have in common, namely an interest in the royal family. It is said, and I'm going to quote directly from an article, media reports cite that insiders said William and Catherine have been laying the groundwork for their foundation's expansion in America, such as filing essential documents with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The foundation, led by the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and it should be the Prince and Princess of Wales, known for its support of mental health initiatives, is planning to expand its reach globally with a particular emphasis on extending its influence in the United States. Now, guys, I'm fully aware that King Charles's The Prince's Foundation, now the King's Foundation, and the Prince's Trust, now the King's Trust, also operate in the United States. As a matter of fact, they moved offices, I think only last year, moving from Washington to New York City. Now, I find it a little strange that everything is now happening in New York City. Don't you? Well, tell me what you think in the comment section below, okay? We saw Prince William in New York City in September last year, attending the Earthshot Summit during Climate Week. We saw Harry and Meghan and their near-fatal car chase, and then less than 2 weeks ago, Harry was making a splash in New York City, hopping from one event to another. And remember, in August, I told you the story about the apartment in Billionaires Row, allegedly bought by the Canadian government in King Charles's name. Now, again, I find it a little fishy. I mean, in my humble opinion, it almost feels as if the royals are congregating in New York City, or maybe creating a bolt hole for themselves in New York City. Just my opinion, and my feelings. Anyway, guys, I'm not in favor of the Royal Foundation's expansion into the United States. And again, the most obvious reason is because there is no reason to. The United States is not a Commonwealth realm country, meaning King Charles is not the head of state like he is of Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and others. Nor is the United States one of the 54 Commonwealth countries. And in my opinion, King Charles and William's priorities should be realm countries, those Charles is head of state of, and William will be head of state of in the future. The next priority should be Commonwealth countries, and only after that could they look further afield. I cannot understand having someone as your head of state if he does not even promote your country. What is the point then? Like I said before, the last time Charles visited Australia was in 2018, 6 years ago. The last time William and Catherine were in Australia was in 2014, 10 years ago. So tell me, what is the point of having either as your head of state? And what about Canada? It is less than 8 hours to fly from London to Toronto. Is it really enough to receive a "my wife and I" letter in times of disaster, or would you rather have someone boots on the ground actively asking for assistance, donations, and or relief? I've often joked and said, stop sending these "my wife and I are most devastated by the fire or the flood or whatever," and just send the money. I know that sounds harsh, but far more practical, I'm afraid to say. So that is indeed my first argument why I think William and Catherine are making a mistake taking their charity to America. The second reason is that I firmly believe in charity begins at home. I do not have to lecture you on all the drama in Britain at the moment. Many of you live there and know better than I what needs fixing. So how can a sovereign or future sovereign even consider spending time, money, and energy in a country which had fought for its independence against you, while there is still hardship in his own country? How can you even consider spending time, energy, and money in a country of which you are not head of state, when in your own country, your own Prime Minister had just scrapped winter fuel payments for millions of pensioners? You know, so many people have counteracted my arguments with America's where the money is. But in my opinion, loyalty is worth more than a couple of ounces of gold. Again, in my opinion. Now, I know we do not care much for Harry and Meghan's mental health efforts and promotion, nor do we care much for Harry's better up endeavours. But already there are those who are saying William and Catherine are moving in on Harry and Meghan's turf. William and Catherine's trademark application includes a reference to healthcare services relating to mental health. So in principle, there is indeed a significant overlap with Harry and Meghan's Archwell Foundation. And no matter what, that will again divide people even further. For now, I would have thought it more wise to stay as far away from the toxic couple as possible. An ocean away may just have done it. Now, I truly do not know what the royals' fascination with America is. From Diana wanting to go live in the United States, to Fergie, who did go and live in the United States for a while, to Charles registering his charities in the United States, Harry marrying an American and moving there, and now William and Catherine also registering their charity there. It reminds me of us as children playing cowboys and Indians after watching a cowboy movie. It is really a little strange as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, guys, I have an appointment with my attorney later. I need to go take a shower and change out of my pajama pants. I'll speak to you again soon. In our next video, we'll talk a little about Meghan and what's going on with her. So until then, please take good care of yourselves until we meet on the next one. Bye.